Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Padding the Shelf episode 4. I've got some games here today, and I also have an interesting box I got with a review copy of one of my games. So we'll go through the games, and then I'm going to show you this interesting package that I got. So to start off, I've got God's Eater Burst, which I did a review on Blistered Thumbs. Of all the monster hunting games that I've played, this has been my favorite. You actually get a team that you can play with in the game, so you can have up to 3 other people. The action's a little bit better, and there's actually a story, so in between the missions, there'll be story bits. It's not so much story, I felt, as like character development, like different things would happen to characters. You really wish you could figure out what was going on with these monsters that appear, but as far as I got into it, it doesn't really delve too much into that, but it's still really fun, like much more action oriented than the other games. And yeah, I will post a link below for my full review on Blistered Thumbs, so you can check it out and see if it's something that you're wanting to play. If you're at all interested in the monster hunting genre and you haven't found a game that really catches your interest, or you're like wanting something very simple to like get you started off with, I think this is going to be your best bet, because I think Monster Hunter, a little too overwhelming at first, and Lord of Arcana is too basic, but this finds that sweet spot, so I would check this out definitely. Next is Dissidia Duodecim Final Fantasy, one of the most ridiculous names ever. But all in all, this was a great fighter. I played the first one a little bit. If you are at all familiar with the first one, this is going to seem very familiar to you. It's pretty much the same fighting system, although they've added assist characters, so you can call them in to do to break up a combo or do a little bit of extra attacks. There's a ton of new characters, although some of them are more questionable than others. I really would have liked some Final Fantasy Tactics characters. Yuna over Auron, anybody from Final Fantasy XI. I don't know why they put those guys in there, but so far I actually really like Lightning. She's a lot of fun. You can do paradigm shifts, so she can heal herself, she can do magic, and she can melee. Tiff is also pretty fun. As much as what I just said about Yuna, she's actually really fun to play with, because she doesn't like attack with her staff, but she'll always summon Aeons. So she'll hit you with Shiva, and then she'll throw Odin at you or whatever, so she's a lot of fun to play with. I also did a review on this game, Blistered Thumbs, so if you want a more comprehensive breakdown, then you definitely want to check out my review of that. I would say if you have Dissidia, this is the more definitive version to play with, just because it has more characters, more levels, more things to do. There's basically 2 story modes that'll take you, the first one took me 15 hours, the second one could take probably another 15 hours, so you're going to get a ton of value out of this game for only 30 bucks, so definitely one of the must-have PSP games of this year. Now this is a game that I haven't played for review, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about, and I've just wanted to get it for a long time, and that's Isu 7. And I started playing a little bit, but I got caught up in another game that I need to play for review, but oh man, this game is so much fun. Like, the battle system's great. What you do is you'll have 3 guys that you can swap on the fly with, and it's action oriented, so you'll see the enemy right in front of you, you can hack and slash. You have a more like heavy hitter guy with Dogi. He can do more crushing damage. And then Adol is like, he uses his sword, so he does piercing damage, and then you get all kinds of different people. You get some long range people, you get some short range people. But it's a beautiful game. It looks really good on the PSP. Story is a little shallow, but it's just enough to keep it moving along, and it's fun. But the battle system will keep you coming back for more and more and more. And as always with EC games, the music is phenomenal. I absolutely love the music in this game. I wish I would have picked it up sooner. But if you don't have this game, this is an absolute must-have for your PSP collection. It's so much fun. Can't wait to get back into this, probably not till the end of the month, because I gotta play Patapon 3 as well. But yeah, this is a great game. Definitely pick it up. This next game I ordered the premium edition on accident, and that's Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. So here I have the premium edition. It's really fun, although there's a ton of dialogue in this game. It's a traditional JRPG. I'll show you the back a little bit. But it's kind of turn-based, kind of not. It reminds me of Rhapsody. If you ever played Rhapsody, it's isometric board like Final Fantasy Tactics, but it's also turn-based. So you have to be within a certain range of attack if you want to hit somebody. And then there's also sort of a materia system where you equip these things called orbiments that will allow you to give you boosts to your stats, and also they'll give you elemental-based attacks. So if you get the water one, it'll maybe improve your magic, but it'll also give you a water spell, and so on. It's a lot of fun. I've gotten about 10 hours in so far. The graphics are kind of dated. They remind me of the Harvest Moon for PlayStation 1, which is one of my favorite games, so I'm a big fan of the graphics and the music. The music in this game is also phenomenal. So as one of the few like traditional RPGs that have come out this year, I know we've had our monster hunting games and we had Tactics Ogre. This is one of the true, like, you know, turn-based, like traditional, like old school RPGs. Definitely want to check it out. Xseed always does a great job. They're one of like the last big companies that is really supporting the PSP as it, you know, slowly dies down towards the NGP. But I'm liking this game. It's fun. Definitely pick it up. The characters are a lot of fun. I don't know what else to say. It's great. I would check it out. This last game I just posted a review for, and I didn't like it at all. And that game's the third birthday. Now, I was pretty excited about this. So for those of you who don't know, this is Parasite Eve 3. And apparently they lost the rights to the Parasite Eve name, so they had to change it, and they had to change the mythos and the story. So it's a third-person shooter, and it's not good. You basically go room to room. It's recycled enemies, use the same enemies over and over, and it's boring. You go from one room, kill a bunch of guys, go to the next room, kill a bunch of guys, go to the next room. It's very unimaginative, very uninspired, very boring, repetitive. Although there's this mechanic very similar to Mind Jack called the Overdive, where you can jump from body to body, which is actually the best part of the game. They actually managed to get this to work well. And but other than that, it's just boring. The story is really, really confusing. It deals a lot with time travel and souls and stuff like that. I don't know. I did not like it. If you want to get into the discussion, I wrote a review for this not too long ago on Blistered Thumbs, and it's one of my most commented on articles. Right now it's got 41 comments, so people are very, you know, they have a lot of different opinions on the game. Especially in the poll about what you thought of the game. It's pretty much right there in the middle about what people thought was average, good, or bad. So my personal recommendation would be to avoid this game unless you're a huge fan of Parasite Eve. But even then, you're gonna feel betrayed because it almost has nothing to do with Parasite Eve, outside of Ea Brea and Dr. Maeda, the Japanese scientist, being in the game. It has nothing to do with the other two games. And it's boring, and I think your money would be better spent elsewhere. So those are my pickups for the month, almost all review copy games. But this next box I have here came with my review copy for God's Eater Burst, and so I wanted to share that with you. It's a little strange. I've never gotten anything like this before. So it came with this letter basically saying, the origami are here, we need to take back what's rightfully ours. Show this message after you read it. And so it's like kind of got this weird like fake burnt feel to it or whatever. And it came with this thing also. It says Top Secret, which all it was like press materials telling you what the game was about, how you go through the game. Nothing too crazy. I think it's empty right now. Yeah, it's empty right now. But this was the package that it came with. So God's Eater Burst is supposed to be like this post-apocalyptic setting game, and it came with this like disaster relief supply thing, or emergency supply package. So I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but so it came with emergency water, it came with an emergency blanket, flashlight, and then down here at the bottom I've got this giant bar of dehydrated food. I guess it's all just part of the marketing for the game, because it's supposed to be like this post-apocalyptic, like watch out, or else you're gonna get taken out by the origami or whatever. But then we got some band-aids and stuff. I've just never gotten anything like this before. with a review copy game. Normally they all come with just the game, maybe the pre-order thing, and maybe some DLC download codes that haven't even come out yet, which I got with this as well. I don't even think there's DLC for Godzilla Burst yet, but they gave it to me already. So I just thought this was really weird. But I'll take it if they're gonna give it to me for free. What the heck. So anyway, yeah, emergency survival kit came with Godzilla Burst. That's definitely the one thing I wanted to show you. So I'm trying to think of what I want to do to expand this channel, because all I'm doing is these pickup videos every once in a while, and I really want to do some stuff that you guys want to see. So as somebody that writes for Blister Thumb, somebody that reviews games, is behind the scenes, has met a lot of interesting people in the industry, what are some videos that you guys want to see? Do you want me to tell you stories? Do you want me to do video reviews? I really want some feedback from you guys, because I don't know what else, I don't know what to make. I thought about doing something called More Thoughts, where basically I will continue to expand on my thoughts about a game I've reviewed. Like the third birthday review is very controversial, so I was thinking of doing a follow-up video just talking more about the game and why I really didn't like it. So please leave a comment. I really want to know what kind of stuff you guys want to see. Like I said, if it's gameplay footage, if it's video reviews, if it's just me talking about a game or whatever. And also we're trying to get the streaming going again. We streamed Resident Evil Remake the other night, so yeah, definitely check out our stream. If you haven't, follow me on Twitter. That's the only way you're going to know about it. And sometimes on my Facebook, but I'll leave a link down on my Twitter in the description. But for now, guys, thank you so much for subscribing, and thanks for checking out this video. Much appreciated, and yeah, we will see you next time.